dispossessed, taken hold. My hunger burns a bullet hole. Spectre of my mortal soul.
Hello, my name is Velan Palagan. I'm the director and writer, amongst other things, for the short film Origins. Origins is actually a prequel that's based in an existing series that I've been doing called The Spirit Walker. The first installment was way back in 2022. We're finally exploring the origins of the main character Kala, aka the Spirit Walker. We had 4 days to shoot, and each day we would go to a different location or we would revisit certain locations back. So I came to know of this park from a few friends. I had worked with them on a small project and they introduced me to the park, and I really liked the location. So I thought it had this sort of idyllic vibe that would completely fit with what I was going for. So we met up early in the morning, and first order of business, I had to train everyone in sort of the choreography and the movement, because it was very important. They had to move in a very specific way as the cult members, right? So we had a lot of wonderful people that I'm meeting for the first time, and I'm working with them for the first time. And it was really wonderful. They were very sporting, and it was definitely outside of their comfort zone, but they all gave it their best, and it was awesome working with them. So as you can see, we did quite a few takes, getting the choreography right, the movement and the timing right. It's very simple on the surface, but moving as a group, it takes time to get used to that. One of my major concerns for the park scene is that in my mind, I wanted it to feel isolated. I actually wanted it to feel like a forest, which is easier said than done. And as for it to be isolated, on the day that we went, it was surrounded with people. There's so many people that had come that day, and they were having like an event in the park. So as we're filming, we would have people walking in the background, of course. So we had to work around that. People giving us weird looks. We're all dressed in white, moving around. But yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but I think we achieved a pretty decent outcome. And of course, apart from the park, we were shooting at different locations, like the back of an alleyway, which, it's not easy. It's not necessarily quite clean, One of our actors, Sarvesh, had to basically had like blood in his mouth and like spray it out, and people are just looking at us, the workers at the back alleyway. But yeah, it was definitely an experience, going through all of this, fighting with the weather, making sure it wasn't going to rain, constantly monitoring things. The house that we used for the cult is actually courtesy of Monish, one of our collaborators from Film Major Productions, who was kind enough to actually lend his house for like a day or two to shoot. So we were shooting inside his house and, making sure we got all the shots that we need. That's one of the only times we were shooting, in a controlled environment, not at the mercy of the elements. This isn't my first time working with Sharvin. We did Iravu Neram before this, and I wanted to give him a role per his request, mind you, that was something he could really chew on and he could really explore. It's a little known fact that if you're acting as the lead in my project, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. I always tell my fellow actors, that I'm not going to ask you to do anything I'm not willing to do. Unfortunately for them, I'm willing to do a lot of things. One of the most important aspects of independent filmmaking is knowing how to work within your means, but at the same time not compromising your vision too much. For example, one of the things we did quite a bit was reusing locations. For example, the final scene between Angela and Kala is at the same park. So we actually returned during the night and we shot it right around that area. It's the same place. a bit of deceptive filmmaking, changing your angles, keeping it tight, and it looks like a completely different place. And well, shooting it at nighttime, black and white, that helps too. I don't think I can overstate how important it is to also have actors who are willing to try new things, who are willing to go outside of their comfort zone. Every single actor on this set, from Sharvin to Durga to Najib, every single one of them went out of their way to give their best performance and to really work outside their comfort zone to bring the best performance to the surface. Durga, for example, this is her first role acting, and she had zero hesitation. She was all game for a lot of things that I think even some seasoned actors would kind of look at you and kind of like, hey, what are you having me do, pal? And it's that sort of sporting nature that really makes a project, that really gives it that life, and that can't be overstated at all. It isn't the first time also that Sharvin and I have played the same character at different points of time. For Sins of the Future, Sharvin played a younger version of a character while I played the older version of the character. So I thought, people bought that the first time, might as well I do it again. And so near the end, you see the return of present day Kala, but now you have the context of what happened to him, who he is, what he's dealing with, who the woman in white is actually Angela. All these things kind of fall into place. Of course, they're unanswered questions, but my hope is that in time, with enough money, I could portray the full story in its true glory when I can. But until then, I'm thankful to everyone who watched Origins. Thank you so much. And do keep your eyes open. We have more films coming. Thank you.
Does that mean I can put my shoes back on or?
Shit, man. If I just get a bit on it, just a dip on it. All right, bring that concoction here. Let's go.
So as you can see, it's naturally sourced.
Bruh, it looked so contaminated, bro.
Well, I guess that's what Sharvin has to go through.
Well. What the fuck? Serious? Come.
Thought I'd say hi, so hi.
Now go back to your book. Oh my god. Okay, you gotta film this fast.
It's alright. My name is Khan.
Your name is
Wait.
Kala?
Back to one.
Oh, okay. All of you.
What's your name, bro? Guess, bro.
Guess, bro?
Yes, bro.
What the fuck you think my name is, huh? See my chains? I'm pimping.
I'm pimping, I'm chimping, I'm pimping.
I'm pimp named Slickback.
Hey,
Hey, that's Slickback.
and that's the truth.
Okay. What? Come in. Others keep talking. Yeah. Break the focus. Yeah. You look around, smile at everyone. Yeah. Yes. And
We're gonna shave you off, brother. No more PUB for you.
and